Hey, welcome guys. I'm back from vacation. We are back on the virtual road, on the intergalactic road, to be honest. So, hope everybody has a great summer. And I know I did. I had a good time. But now it's back to the grind. The new update is here, 3.17.2. And we have to start all over again. What the hell is that? What what is that? Okay. Oh well, it seems to be a little bit glitchy. Anyway, we have to start all over again. I know right when the update came out, there was a shitload of money going around and people got millions and millions of millions. Me, of course, I couldn't I couldn't use the update on day one because I was away with my band for a 3-day trip. So I kind of missed all those millions. When I came back on Saturday, Sunday, I started up the game and I had 700,000 in my account, which is still great because that's a lot more than the starting 20k. But yeah, I used it to upgrade the freelancer and the hull A, and that leaves me with about 26,000 left. So I'll be basically be starting from scratch. I know there's a million coming or something from the game makers as a yeah making good present whatever. I'm not counting that. I'll be happy when it comes, but for now we got about 26k to start, and yeah, I just want to show you how I start my game again because there's a lot of ways to start up, to make money, to build up your income again. Um, this is my way because this is the trucking way, I think. I got 26k. I cannot do a lot of trading with it yet because there's not much profit with 26k. So what I like to do is do the good old packaging, package runs. Pick it up, drop it off. They pay 10k, but I like the jobs where the end one, the last one, is a station where you can actually pick up a good amount of cargo to take with you. So that's what we'll be doing. This one ends at Shady Glen Farms on Walla. There's some people here. I'm a little bit careful about that. I'm not worried too much though. But this one ends at Shady Glen Farms, which means after you do this one, you can fill it up with distilled spirits and make another 10k super easy. Um, we'll take that one to one of the new stations, one of the new space stations. They're pretty cool. There's a couple of new ones out there. That'll be interesting to go there. So that way, yeah, it's easy 20, 25k you can take with this one. And then when you have about 50 or 60,000, I think 50,000 already, that will be enough to fill up the freelancer at least with distilled spirits. So usually when I start from scratch, I'm gonna do these package deals until I got around 50k, and then I'm gonna switch to distilled spirits runs. I didn't park that well, I see. And I just pick up a full load of distilled spirits and go to any outpost nearby, sell it. That's an easy 10k every time. So that adds up pretty quick. Then when I got 80,000, I'm gonna take out the caterpillar and I'm gonna do scrap runs because those are easy 25, 30,000. And then when you got about 200,000, 300,000, you can look at the gold runs. And titanium runs. So that's kind of the setup that I do. And we're starting this one first. I'm just gonna see, no, nothing here for the next station, so we only take the package with us. So that's kind of, that's how I do it. I turned on the chat here because just want to make sure that persons are running around here. Don't want to talk to me, maybe, I don't know. So just make sure that nobody is addressing me. Oh, hello. It's a bit windy. Oh, I do need to park that one a little bit better to the front. No problem. So that's how I'm planning to regain my millions. Oh, hello. What happened here? What just completely just fell? Okay. Well, let's put good old Max to the front a little bit. So yeah, what was I saying? Let me know in the comments how you know, start up again. How do you make your money? Probably also with mining and bounties and stuff like that. But I just like trucking, so this is my setup. Start with the max, fill that up all the time with distilled spirits, then move to the caterpillar for food. Sorry, for scrap runs and also food. It's no problem. And then when you got about, what is happening there? That was interesting. So let me know how you start up again. I like wipes because it forces you to start over again and enjoy the game in a different way again. Sometimes when you got a lot of money, things do kind of get bored sometimes. So yeah, it's good to start over again. I will have a goal now because I'm absolutely in love with the Carrack. So that's basically gonna be the ship that I'm gonna be saving up for. Gonna be grinding for 25 million. Um, Donations are welcome. Just look me up in the game. If you want to donate, SpaceTrucking, it will get me there faster. But I'm just gonna grind for it. Oh, there's the other guy. Looks like he's doing packages as well. Hello. Other than that, I got all the ships I need, so there's nothing else I want to buy. I just want to Carrack back because I really, really loved it. But I don't love it for 1200 euros, so gonna keep that in game. And got a grinding goal. That's gonna be the end goal. And by the time I got it, probably the next wipe is on. But okay, that's all good because it's all fun. So for now, let's enjoy this little package trip because I really do love those as well because you get to fly normal speed on the planet. I think, oh Jesus, flat on my ass. Okay. That's extreme now. I don't know what's going on here, but okay. As I was saying, I enjoy these trips because you can just fly normally on the surface of the planet and get your, get your music on. Of course, where's he going? Of course, you need the soundtrack of the Galaxy of the no, what's it called? I forgot the name. The Galaxy soundtrack. Come on. There we go. I just drop it. Alright, let's go. Let's go to the first package. So we want to have the Shady Glen Farms as the final package because that's where we're going to pick up drinks for the space station that we're going to. And Guardians of the Galaxy. Jesus, I can't ever forget that. That's the soundtrack, I mean. Put that on while doing these kind of jobs. That's amazing, I think. Um, where was I? Let's go. Like I said, dropping off drinks at the new space stations. It's actually, for the real truckers out there, quite a good distance. I think the furthest I did was 71 million, um, which is a good distance, and it gives you a little bit of an idea how it would be having the new system added. That you have to travel like pretty big amounts of space. I'm really looking forward to that. Um, not worried at all for pirate stuff and stuff like that because it's just so big. The chance of running into people it's just it's minimum. So not worried about that at all. I'm just gonna be space trucking wherever we need to go. Full power ahead. Okay. So far I really like this update. Some pretty cool stuff. Like I mentioned, the space stations, and there's of course the stuff going on Microtech. I haven't been there yet. Um, there's plenty of videos about that, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a trip there for the video. But of course, I'm gonna check it out myself. Um, just making sure we're still going to the right one first. Yep. See these package jobs, especially on planets like Wala and Lyria as well, you get that pretty fast. It's pretty easy, very relaxing, and it's quick money. You know, it's good to start somewhere to build up your money again, especially when you only own smaller ships. It's definitely a really good thing to do. And if you're new to the game and you want to kind of get into space trucking, then you know this is a good way to start it up. Get the feel of it, landing a lot of times and stuff like that. Get to see all the outposts. Yeah, I don't know why not everybody does this because that's what I love the most. Just too bad that it's night. I prefer it to be daylight, but can't have it all, right? Okay, I got 70 kilometers to go for the first package. And then, like I said, at the second package, you pick up something that you can sell at the next destination. In our case, it would be distilled drinks because we're going to visit a new space station. There's quite some, like they added a new ring or something, looks like it, with with more stations further away. So pretty excited about that, especially because a lot of those space stations have the trading office on the same ground as the like your hangar, so you don't have to go to gallery anymore. Not sure the one that we're going to has that because I haven't been to that one yet, but most of them they have it. But at the end of this trip, you can also, you know, put in Laranite or anything else where you're ending your package thing, check the computer, whatever they have, go from there. I just want to go to the new space station after this. So that's why I take the drinks. Space stations, same as ground stations, they take 160 SCU worth of drinks. So that's a good sell if you got a full freelancer, it's I think it's about 15,000 profit. Could be something like that. So it's a nice deal. This is very nice during the day, coming in between the mountains.
Landing gear down.
All right, first package. Let's put her down like a professional. Can do this. There we go. Let's get package 694413. And let's head inside. Oh, come on, this this is the only super annoying thing of the Freelancer Max. This happens so many times when I want to open the door or anything. Okay. Clearly just got back from vacation. I need to get into it again. Okay, open the door. Let's see, second building. Looks like the trading building. And we're gonna do this with drinks at the end, but you can also make your end stop, for example, at one of the stations where they sell medical supplies, and then at the end you'll fill up on medical supplies. Anything goes on the last trip, but that's how it goes a lot quicker if you just add cargo during your trip. Onwards to the second drop off. Sorry, I had to cut there. Had to go to the bathroom. All right, second package. I think it's a little bit further away.
Landing gear up.
367. Oh well. There we go again. I think we're going towards the, what sounds dramatic, towards the light. Should be daylight coming on. That'd be nice. Got to see something of this planet. I do want to take one of these delivering missions to the new outpost on Microtech. Want to check them out, but I'll do that when it's not that popular anymore. You know. Especially now with 100 people in the server. Don't need all that busy stuff going on there. I would have expected they fixed the altitude reader, but that's still not fixed. That's kind of a bummer, because especially in the dark, that could be very useful to know how high you are above the ground. But I guess that's coming on later. Pretty relaxing, and also the Freelancer Max is pretty good with the fuel usage of with hydrogen fuel. As you see, it's not a lot of usage, so it's pretty cheap. This is a pretty good ship to do this in. Of course, you can do this with any small ship that has cargo space. And before I started the real trucking thing, this is all I did. Just going out there doing these missions. I think that's why the Max is one of my favorite ships, because I used it so much doing this kind of jobs. Also doing the nuclear waste jobs, like the missions and stuff like that. Just random, relaxing missions. Pretty cool. And I know that probably if you go mining or if you go bounty hunting, it you know, it grinds a lot faster. But you know what? I just don't like that. So I did get the Prospector. I kind of like it to do every now and then, but it's not that interesting to me. As you know, I don't care much about the money. So to me, this is a better gameplay, better game loop, because you travel a bit more. So I might sell the good old Prospector again. At one point, I thought about selling all my ships and going for the Carrack, but I couldn't do it. I can't do it. That would mean I would lose the Max and the Caterpillar, and I can't. So that's why I'm grinding for it, saving up for it. Again, donations are welcome for it, and hopefully get one before the next wipe, which is I guess in 3 months then, if that's gonna be 3.18. Definitely looking forward to that. Let's see, 110 to go. Very nice. Yeah, as you can see, this goes pretty fast. You know, making an easy 10k to start with, and then another 10k with the liquor, getting us to about 44, 45k in total, which would allow me, I think, to fill up my freelancer max with booze all the way, and then just do random supply jobs. Oh, that was a player, I think. No, it's gone. There's a lot of weird things going on with the indicators, but it's all good. As long as they're not red, we're fine. Slowing down a little bit, getting near to the end. Oh, not there yet. And here we are. Shady Glen Farms. This is a place that doesn't have a QT point, so you kind of have to know where you're going, or pick up one of these missions if you're going here. But that means it's pretty much always full on the drinks, so you can fill up a Caterpillar with that stuff here.
Landing gear down.
Let's get it down nice and smooth again. Let's see. There we go. Where's the front? That's on the other side. Okay. We'll park there. Quick check, no other players around. Because we're not in a safety zone, so we gotta be a little bit careful. Not that there's anything to get from me, but you know, you never know. Always want to be careful. So then we can drop this one, and we're getting the booze to go to the new space station. It's a nice day at Vala here. Sun is coming up. Just dropping off the last package and get my money. There we go. That was part one. That's the easy part. Well, the second part is easy too, but you know. No loot boxes here. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. There we go. Awarded at 10,000. Nice. Let's get the drinks. See how much we can buy for this kind of money. 36. Gets it half full. Okay. Breaking the good old never trade all your money rule, and that's never a rule for me. I trade anything, anywhere, even if it's costing me all my money. In the end, it's just a game. If something happens, if I crash, if I get killed, if anything happens and I lose the money, I'll just start again. That's how easy it is. I'm not gonna mess around with buying only half, you know, half what you have. None of that. All in. That's how we do it. Just gotta make it quick. Screenshot. All right, that was part one. Now we're gonna head out to the space station. Just want to check which one we're gonna take. Haven't been to MiG L4, I think, and it's kind of the furthest away. I like that. Yeah, that looks good. This is giving you a little bit of an idea of the long distance travel. As you see, it doesn't take too much fuel, so this thing can go a long way into new systems. That's pretty cool. Let's head out. I'll cut out the quantum travel because that's 72 million miles or kilometers, nothing going on. So that's not interesting. First we gotta get out of here. There we go. Look at that. 71 million. Nice. We're trucking now. Alright. There we go. Now the only thing I don't understand about this update is this. Every space station you stop like 30,000 kilometers before it, and then there's 2 other QT points that you need to go to. This doesn't make sense to me at all, and I can imagine when you're arriving with a full truck of Quantanium or whatever it is, and your counter goes down, you kind of don't want to mess around with that. So if anybody knows why this is, like all these steps to get there instead of just one QT point, if anybody knows, then just let me know, because that's the only thing I don't get about this update. Other than that, I love it. And again, I love these space stations, man. The added station gives a bit more options. They pretty much only they take a lot of ore as well, I believe, and of course scrap. I don't think any of the new ones is selling scrap, but I still need to look that up. Need to test that. But it's good to go somewhere else with your scrap, you know. Have some nice trips to the outskirts of the Stanton system. And these stations look pretty cool. The other thing I also really like, also at the older stations, is that every time you come in now and you ask permission to land, you're gonna get directed to a hangar. So every ship, instead of a pad, small ones also get a hangar, which is nice, I think, because when I run scrap, I don't want to be in my spacesuit all the time. So it's really nice that you can have your normal clothes on in the freelancer or any small ship, and you can just, you know, head into a hangar, and the pads are still out there. You can just land on them without permission and get a quick like refill, you know, restock and be on your way again. So no permission needed for that. And if you ask permission, then they'll send you to the hangar. Look at that. I think it's pretty impressive every time. Turning into that one. Try to get in there really smooth, because we're professionals. We can do this. Landing gear is out. There we go. Look at that. Pretty cool. Yep. So let's get out and find the trading station. I haven't been to this one, so I guess it's around the corner just like the other ones, but not sure. Just checking if the cargo was there. I should do that before I leave, but hey, we're just back from vacation, you know. Have to get back in the grind and have to get used to things again. Now, of course, during the vacation, I have been playing Star Citizen. I have been using the Carrack to go on sort of vacation trips in the last update in 3.17.1. So I did some Hurston trips and some microtech trips, which are both very, very beautiful at certain locations. So it actually felt a little bit like vacation. Oh, that's the welcoming party. All right,
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
let's store this thing and let's find
Please
the
visit us
trading
again.
office.
Goodbye.
Hello, guys. Ooh, noodle bar. This one kind of feels more like a normal one. Yeah, definitely more like an old school double story one. So we're gonna need to take the elevator. Just making sure I'm not missing it on the other side. No. Okay, so this one is still with an elevator going to the gallery and going to the office there. Some of the other ones have it like in this hall, which is super easy. I love it. There we go. Sell it all. There we go. Another 10,000 added. Perfect. Let's see. I think they only no. Cool. That came on. Well, very nice. I'm gonna check out the station, gonna get some drinks and some food, and I will be on my way again. So, guys, it's good to be back after a short break of vacation time, and hope to get some new routes going on quickly. And should be a new video next Friday again, of course. And let's see if I now have my button mapped out correctly, because that should work. Nope, of course not. Oh, come on. Do it right this time. All right. Bye bye, guys. Thanks. See you later.